Queens and Kings, how are you? How are you? Queens and Kings, Queens and Kings, how are you? What's going on? What's up? What is up, Queens and Kings? How is everyone doing today? You know, it's original Dandada, King St. Thomas. How is Queens and Kings are doing today? I hope everyone is doing great. As for me, I'm at work. You know, Sundays, Saturdays, Bumble Club. Saturdays, all I do is pull orders, so it's an easy day for me. Nothing too special. 9 to 1, quick $170, 4 hours, light work. You know what I'm saying? Light work. But anyways, Queens and Kings, how are you? I had to come up here today. I was gonna wait till after Auntie Miracle, tear Latonya apart. This was one thing I don't like working in a slaughterhouse. You can clean this building as best as possible, but you have flies. So I hate it. But hey, that's what I deal with working in a slaughterhouse. No complaints here. Pay me very well. No complaints here. Shoot. No complaints here. But I am here to talk about, thank you for all the likes. Thank you for showing up, Queens and Kings. Queen London, how are you? Peace. Queen, peace. How are you? I know it's been a while, Queens and Kings, that I haven't been doing lives. I've been I hate the word try. I dislike the word try. King Observe, how are you? What's going on, King Observe? I hope you and your 2 beautiful daughters are doing okay. Queen London, I have 3 now. Yes. Princess Valencia is doing awesome. Princess Gabriella is doing awesome. Princess Eliana, the last and final one, is doing awesome. Now, Divine is thinking, I don't know yet. West Indian people, you don't believe in, click, click, I haven't decided yet, but I'm leaning towards it because I have 3 daughters. I don't want any more kids. I would like a boy. Yes, King Observe, that's the final one, King. I don't want no more kids, man. I love kids. I really do. Thank you, Queen London. I love kids. I love them being happy. I love them. But 3 kids is enough. I'm not trying to get a boy. To be honest, I always wanted a girl. And I got 3 girls. So I would never trade none of them for a boy. In all reality, did I ever want a boy? I did after Valencia, but Gabriella came and I said, okay, I only make girls. And Eliana came and I said, yeah, I definitely only make girls. So, yeah, ain't no more. I'm all done. Oh, yes, I can't wait. No, I mean, they need to take their time, Don't need them to be 16, 17-year-old talking about dada. I need you to watch your grandchild. Of course, no hesitation. But I don't need that right now. I worked too hard for my girls to be pregnant at 16 or 15 or 17. I worked for them to go to Yale, wherever the hell college they want to go to. I don't care if I have to work 100 hours a week. I want the best for our daughter. I want the best for our princesses. I want the best for all kids and all parents. Thank you, Queen London. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Queens and Kings, for all the people that's in the back, thank you for coming. Like, I really appreciate it. Queens and Kings, you know how I always been. I'm happy when one person comes in. Like, to even sit down and listen to me, take the time out from their other channels, or have 3 or 4 devices on them and watching different channels, but even just turning on my channel, I'm happy. Like, I'm so tired right now. I would show a little bit more emotion, but I'm tired like most Americans are. Queen London, she is doing way too much. Like, I had to come up here because I needed to. I've told a lot of things in my life, but there's been one situation I've always left out. And it's not, I was scared because I'm not worried about it. We got some of the greatest computer people out here on the YouTube channels. We have some of the greatest channel holders that have their little hackers. Queen Dad, how are you? Oh, King Observe, we're gonna get to that. She's Queen Ballzilla. That's that's my big sister. Like, her mom, I've never met her. I can't wait. She's like a third grandma to me. Like, I, Ballzilla's family, period, is they have been so great to my daughters that I just can't even express the words because I have so much awesome words to say, and it's rolling through my head. It's just me saying it. Queen Ballzilla, there's my big sister right there. Queen Ballzilla's in the house. My big sister's in the house. Shouts to Queen Ballzilla. Shouts to Auntie Miracle. Shouts to King Lordship. Shout outs to all the channel holders that definitely pull up to Auntie Miracle's channel and all these awesome channels. I shouldn't be doing this, but I feel like I have to do this because Latonya Jones is so ignorant and selfish that I want to apologize for Latonya Jones's disgusting way of thinking. And I don't care how she feels, she's a disgrace as a mother. To even call herself a parent, she should feel as a disgrace. You literally come online. No one, Latonya, not Ballzilla. No one from the squad. No one. No Key, Auntie Miracle. I tune in to certain channels. I don't care if I'm working. I'm listening. I'm laughing. I'm enjoying myself. And I have records. I have my little records. And I have never heard anyone speak bad about your son, Latonya. If anyone came down on your son, I would probably be one of the people to back your son up. because your son, Latonya, is a genius. But you don't see that. You don't have time to go spend with your son. You really don't, because all the time you have, you want to spend online instead of you going out there looking for a job. But you like to go online and call people rapists and put false claims on people. Latonya, do you honestly know what can happen to a person when you say there are a rapist? There are people out here, they're called rapist hunters. Okay, Latonya. All right. That literally go out there looking for rapists, looking for pedophiles, making sure they check in with their 90 days. Now, there are some good computer people out there. So since you guys like to go find out about people's lives, I would like for you to take the time out, and probably the first one is going to be Sheba. I hope Sheba does it. I really hope so. Big hippopotamus. But anyway, Latonya, let me give you a reality check. Let me give you this is not a story. This is what I went through. I've never told Boszilla. I've never told Queen Tracy. I've never told Queen Patty. I've never told Lurker. I've never even told Sheba this. The only ones that know what I'm about to talk about is my nation, my family. I have to explain this to my kids. Like, Latonya, you don't understand what it's like to be in prison on a false claim, Latonya. You don't understand what it's like to have to fight for your life every single day. Every single day. There was this girl named Shalimar Nelson. I think she's in Florida now. I just moved back to Torrington from Hartford. Now I know how to fight. So Devon came back to Torrington High School, and my first mission was really, of course, to get back into school, try to get on a basketball team, but really, now I learned how to fight. Every Caucasian that ever called me the N-word, I beat him up. Every Caucasian that used to throw me in their lockers, spit in my face, I beat them up. I fucked their girls. Like, moving from Torrington to Hartford was a good and a bad. There was this girl named Shalimar Nelson, and I grew up with this girl. My grandparents helped their family out. Her grandmother used to go to work with my grandparents. Now Devon's getting in too much fights now. Now my head is blown up now. It's getting to the point that I'm fighting so much that when I walk home from working at Burger King 2-3 o'clock in the morning, I got jumped, ended up at the hospital, Charlotte for 100 for hospital. So what? But I was dating this girl. I was 18. She was 15. I was a junior. She was a freshman. I'm doing good in school. Good enough that I was far ahead in credits. Man, I was too far ahead in credits. And got tired of Torrington. I felt like I did what I had to do. So I decided to leave. So I tell the girl, Shalimar, that I'm going back to Hartford. So one day I'm on my block. Get back to Hartford. I'm on my block. Really, at that time, 2001, did we have cell phones back then? I was still using a house phone. Shouts to Auntie Miracle. Shouts to Auntie Miracle. That's my best YouTuber. That's my favorite YouTuber. Auntie Miracle. I was 18. She was 15. I was a junior. She was a freshman. I moved back to Hartford. I told her I was moving back to Hartford. She didn't take it too well. I really didn't care. Um, at that time, I did, but when I start letting you know more of it, then you understand why I didn't care. I'm chilling on the block. My second mother, Martha, runs out to me and said, Devon, you need to call your moms. You need to call your mom. She's crying. So, yeah. Mom, what's up? Devon, you need to get out here. Why? What's wrong? Police is looking for you. Why? Why police looking for you? Listen, I ain't catching no crimes out there. All I was doing was working and selling weed. I could say weed now is legal in Connecticut, so that's it. Little couple ounces, ain't nothing serious. So, Devon, you need to get out here. I said, why? They got a warrant for your arrest. I said, what? What? Sexual assault in the second degree. What? Hold up. Called up Torrington Police. Hey, I heard you guys are looking for me. Hey, Mr. Webster, where you at? I'm in 83 Ward Street, Hartford, Connecticut. 061112, second floor. Okay, we'll be right there. All right. So, son told me, man. Some just told me I need to get certain things out the house. So I started throwing stuff on the roof, you know. All of a sudden, hearing brakes. The front, cops is lit up. The back, cops is lit up. I'm like, what is this? Drive from Hartford all the way to Torrington. I asked them what's my bond. They told me it was 75,000, 10%. My bondsman was going to be about 2,500, but they said, Devon, don't spend the money because you're going to get a PTA. Man, there's no way in fuck I'm getting a PTA. What are you, crazy? No, all right, whatever. Get to court. It's a PTA. Fighting the case. Fighting the case. Fighting the case. Because because I was 18, she was 15. Y'all know how it goes. I don't want to hear nobody could tell me they don't have any friends that have been through a situation like that. Go look it up. You guys want to find out the officer is Officer David Wood. You could go pay for it. It's in police station. You want to look up my records. It's Devon Ricardo Webster. 1183 is my date of birth. I'm not going to give you my social security number. So if you want to go look it up, go and find it. The officer is Officer David Wood. Fighting it. Get first offer, they offered me 18 months with 10 years probation. No, it was 9 months with 10 years probation. I told them to go fuck themselves. We're going to trial. You guys are telling me this dumbass bitch is sitting here telling y'all that I raped her? Are you out your motherfucking mind? So we was gonna go to trial. I didn't care. Like, this is my reputation. This is gonna kill my grandfather. I end up catching a dope case. Go look it up. 1,300 bags of dope. Now, when you catch a case on top of a case, now the time goes up. So now I'm dealing with a case in Hartford. Now I'm dealing with this case out in Litchfield Court. It was hell. Nobody judged me from my block. Nobody, everybody knew what's up, man. Because, come on, man. The girl I was 18, she was 15. That's all it was. That's all it was. Her name is Shalimar Nelson. Her mother's name is Karen Nelson. Her aunt's name is Lisa Nelson. Because I know you guys are gonna, some of these losers. You want to go do your research? Go do it. Because I have nothing to hide. At the end of it all, I ended up with 2.5 years, and I had 10 years probation. I got to Cheshire. While I was out, I was doing my research on how they treat people like me in jail. So I knew I had it. I knew I was in for the fight of my life. And I sure was. When you're in jail and when you're in prison, they don't want to hear. They don't, other prisoners don't care if you were 18 and she was 15. They don't want to hear that. They look at it as it the same. Every day I fought for my life. Latonya. Every single day I fought for my life. I knew if I ever lost a fight, it was going to be the end of me. And I fought every single day. When my grandparents used to come up and see me, they were so worried about me. But I would put a smile on my face. Because at the time, my grandfather, he had cancer. So I'm dealing with that. So just kept fighting. When everybody started to ease up off of me, is when they started seeing people from my area, from my block, start to come in. At the time, I was even a Latin king at the time. I was fighting with them. Fight. I had my own people from my block help. They talked up for me and said, Devon is not even like that. Do you guys even understand what happened? Like, we know this dude. Like, nah, he's not. No, I fought. Didn't care. Latonya, stop putting false claims on people. You just don't understand what that does to people. Now, me and the grandmother, she knew it was a lie. She kicked Shalimar out the house. The poor lady died disowning Shalimar, like literally disowning her. I had the mother always calling my grandparents, telling them, we are so sorry what your our daughter has done to Devon. Yeah. Yeah. It was a hell of a time at that time. Hell. And now I'm getting my case, I'm getting my record expunged, all of that. Police never even really showed up to my crib. Like, this the way, because I didn't want to be in Torrington no more. Go look it up. There's nothing on my record anymore. All right. Did the stupid ass fucking 10 years. Go look it up. In all reality, I really don't care if anybody makes videos on me. Like, I don't. Because people out here knows what's up. For anyone that goes around and makes videos about me, it's not gonna bother me. Like, it's really not. So If you really want to know, go do your research. There's no Litchfield court anymore because they shut that down. So you could go to Torrington Court. They got it there. Officer Dave Wood, Divine Ricardo Webster. Date of birth is 1183. I don't know what else to tell you, so go look it up. You want to find her name is Shalimar Nelson. You want to find her mother, um, Karen Nelson. Her aunt is Lisa Nelson. That whole family loves me. Her uncle Donald. Whole family loves me. Whole entire family. Every time they see me, they apologize to me. And I tell them it's not your fault. It's really not your fault. It's not your fault. That girl was, I was 18, she was 15. Like, I didn't know there were laws out there like that. Like, we were in school together. Like, we went to high, it's not like she was in middle school and we went to school together. We grew up together. My family helped her grandmother. Sometimes her grandmother, she was an alcoholic. So, she had troubles paying her rent. So my grandparents would help her out. They worked together. We were like a family. They came to Thanksgiving at our house. Rest in peace to Shalimar Nelson's grandmother. Like, I love that lady. Like, not only for what she did by kicking her, and that's crazy. She kicked her own granddaughter out. And it's not crazy because it was wrong what she did to me. I had a 2-year scholarship to Penn State University to go play basketball. I either wanted to do ESPN or do computer program or computer repairs. That was all ended. And you know what? Out of all of this, you know what? I wish Shalimar the best. Like, I really do. Yo, this shit is crazy, right? I'm sitting in my cell. It was 2000. When was me and my brother Santana locked up together? I think it was 2007, 2008. I'm sitting in my cell and I see her on one of these court shows. She's trying to find out who her baby father is. One of the baby fathers is in court right next to her. The other, she has a baby. She doesn't know who the baby father is. One of the baby fathers is right next to her in the court, and the other baby father, she thinks the other is locked up in Cleveland, Ohio, somewhere. When the girl told me she had a disease, it was a meat disease. I forgot what it's called because I don't know what it is. Maybe Queen Patty or certain queens that's work as a nurse. She caught a disease that ate at her meat or something. I don't. That's what she told the judge, and she almost died. I sat in the cell and I laughed. I said, "Karma's a bitch." Thank you, Grandma. Karma's a bitch. She's a nurse now, and I work in a slaughterhouse. Am I hating? Nah. Do I want the best for her? I really do. Queen London, I don't know if it was an STD. All I know is that her name is Shalimar Nelson. You can look her up. I think you could go to YouTube and look her up. When you see her, you guys, Queens and Kings, if when you look her up, you go to Facebook. Please go to Facebook. I want you to go to Facebook and go message her and find out everything. Please do it. Please. I'll show her name. How you spell it is CH. I think it's Shaylmer and Nelson Nelson. SHARL. Yeah, Shalimar Nelson. All I knew is that she had a meat disease that ate her bones. I remember when she said that, I said, "Thank you, Grandma." I said, "Thank you, Grandma." My grandma always, "Debbie, don't worry. I'm gonna get her. We're gonna get her." I said, "Grandma, leave that girl alone, Grandma. Leave her." So I've never been some people being judgmental just a little bit. You could go do your research. I want you to. That's lit. Who, if I wasn't worried about nothing, who's gonna come out and say something like this? Like, that's how comfortable I am. That I'm not even worried about it. And if I feel like people are putting out lies out there, y'all know me. Y'all know me by now. If I feel like, wait, hold up, people getting put out too much lies, I'm gonna have to bring out these receipts real quick. Y'all know how I ride. When I feel like people putting up too much lies, pull out receipts, man. That's not hard for me to do. To go to Torrington, go to the Torrington court system. I can't go to Litchfield because they shut down that court. So everything is transferred to Torrington. So um, yeah, it's that easy. So yeah, just warning you. So just in case they want to do it, Sheba, I don't know, the ZX. He doesn't even know me, but you never know. Sheba might go gas his head up like she does with Latonya, but and foot on neck. I know she has something to do with Latonya doing this dumbass shit. Bunch of ninjas doing dumbass shit. But anyway, um, yes, Queen Buzzilla, thank you. I know Queen Buzzilla, but Queen Buzzilla, I'm so comfortable speaking about this that I'm not even worried. Like, I hope people take the time out, go pay their money, take the time out, and go pay for it. They want to know so much, go pay for it. Devon Ricardo Webster, 1183. Um, it's called Torrington Courthouse. I could find the information. I'll post it up on IG if I need to. Torrington, Connecticut. Zip code is 06790. All you gotta do is type in Torrington Courthouse. You're gonna see it. You know, the arresting officer, cool as fuck. Always trying. Every time, like I'm in Torrington and he sees me, like, Devon, you ever need anything? Officer Daywood, it's not your fault, man. You did your job. You tried to do what you could, man. Like, listen, let me show you how serious this case was. All right. They gave me a PTA. All right. Yes, I had a clean record. But they gave me a PTA. When, before the cops came, they see me, Officer Daywood came and seen me at Burger King. And I flipped the fuck out when I heard about this. I was, at that time, I was I would say I was, I won't say cocky. Yeah, I probably was. Too. Yeah, I probably was. But um, when he came to me and said, I remember how he came in. He was like, "Devon, I need to talk to you." He's like, "How your uncle's doing?" "Hey, all right, man. They be home soon, man. Don't worry about it, man." Because my uncles were big time drug dealers. We all was. But he told me what Shalimar said. I flipped the fuck out. He said, "Devon, you're looking at 10 years in jail." I said, "I will go to trial." You see where I work at? I work at Burger King, right? I'm going to take it to trial. Just letting you know. And I work at Burger King. That's how cocky I was. I was very arrogant and certain because I knew I didn't do nothing. I didn't have to. Don't. I, I, I would never do that to anyone. I put people away. No, let me take that back because that sounds like some snitching shit. I put the people, not the police. I put the people in the right direction to get their corporate. You're facing 10 years, Devon. I said, I'm going to trial. I work at Burger King and I'm going to trial. I don't give a fuck how much it costs. This is about to get ugly. Devon, I know your family. I know you. You guys is you guys have been a community to Torrington since you guys came here from the islands, right? You guys are, yeah, yes, we are island. I don't believe it. So I'm gonna go back to her and see what she says. So officer would do that. But I'm letting you know I'm going to trial. So he goes back to her, and like I knew what was gonna happen, she changed. So what they call it, captain, the head officer, they dropped the case. The police station dropped the case. The prosecutor is the one that picked it up. And that's it. Really. That's pretty much about, it's probably the realest thing you ever um definitely replay the video if you want to look up, find out anything about the case. Devon Webster, Devon Ricardo Webster, 1183 is my birthday. The court is Torrington Courthouse. I haven't even been there. The shit's so new, I haven't even been there. So just type in Torrington Courthouse. Type in my name. You want the file, go ahead and pay for it. Um, the officer, Officer Dave Wood. Yeah, Officer Dave Wood. Yeah, that's the officer. I'm thinking why I paused is because the last time I spoke to him, it was a, I don't even like cops, like Lieutenant Buck. Officer Dave Wood, I fucks with him. He tried, like he literally tried to help me. His boss above him, they dropped the case. Like the girl took back a statement. It's just the prosecutor picked it up. Without DA or whatever he fuck. They picked it up. But Latanya, your claims, do you understand that there are people out here that are not all up here in the head, okay, that have been molested, that have been touched, that have sucked a banana, don't want to say that, with that bad things has happened to them. And when people like you go on the internet and say this person or this, even just bring it up, how do you know a sick person might not go do their research and find out some of the people that you have false claims against, and they don't go stalk them and wait for them and then go hurt them? It's going to be a laugh to you, right? Then you go around and speak bad about one of my homegirls. I cannot wait to meet her. She made me one of the best presents I have ever gotten. Barcila's daughter. Latanya, I'm making this very, 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 very clear. I'm not playing. Devon Ricardo Webster. I live in Bristol, Connecticut. I live on Earl Street. I don't give a fuck what police, what CIA, what government. Anything happens to Barcila's daughter, I put my life on it. I put my life on it. Only time will tell what would have happened to you, Latanya. That's all I need to say. Only time will tell what happens to you. I don't even know where you're getting these claims from that Barzilla has done anything to you. You know the reason why I stopped going after you was because of Queen Barzilla? How many times have I said this? You keep attacking the squad, but they're the reason why I stopped calling you bees and stopped going in on you. Barzilla was the biggest ones to say, Devon, the way you're going after Latanya is not right. Would you like another man talking to your daughters like that? And that's all Barzilla had to say. There was nothing for me else to say. There was nothing for me else to say because I wouldn't want no man coming up here and calling my daughters bees and stuff like that. So I stopped. Yeah, I took my little shots, but I stopped. We've said it for a long time. I'm new to this, but one of the rules was kids are off limits. Where did that not register in your bumba clot head? I I've never I don't there might have been other YouTubers that have done it, and I don't know because I'm not subscribed. But you're a mother, fairy tale mother, but you're a mother. How can something like that? How can you wish that another person, another queen at that, you would want bad happening to their daughter? You keep on saying that people keep you just keep forgetting why we no one the time you started on everybody you were the one. I, I really want this to be very, very clear to you. I don't care. You know, for you to even have ninjas, to even say you have people part of your circle, they should feel horrible. They should feel horrible as parent, if they're a parent or they can't have kids. They let you even come out your mouth and say these horrible things about others. Wish you wish death upon Barzilla's daughter because you know what happens if she gets kidnapped, though, right? I hope you know that. You want kids to get in sex trafficking, Latonya? What the F is wrong with you? You know what? Fuck this. I've been going to. I think you're retarded. I really think you're fucking retarded. I think you are mentally challenged, literally. And I'm not making fun of mentally challenged kids because I'm one of them. And I see a little bit in VV, but no, I don't feel sorry for you. So I don't feel sorry for people like you. You're the 1%. I don't feel sorry for her. Queen Barzilla, she definitely needs. I don't like saying I want a queen or a king to be locked up. Latonya needs to go to a mental facility and some therapy, some counseling, and her ass whooped. That's what she needs. Yes. She needs some therapy, counseling. I don't want to see meds because that doesn't work all the time. For some people, we don't know if it's going to work for Latonya. We don't know. You know, Latonya wants Percocets. I used to love them too. I ain't gonna lie. I used to love them. Now I can look at them shits. I see them all the time. I don't even care about them shits no more. But Latonya, shit. Latonya loves them candies. Oh yes, I used to love them too, Latonya. I ain't gonna stop. Don't love them no more. Fuck them shit. I hate pills. I hate them. But you really need your ass whooped. Just for things that come out your mouth. One, a kid kidnapped, Latonya. I can't even compare. Who would think of something like that? I can't even compare a YouTuber that would say something like that. I dislike her, and I can't even put this on her. I dislike her. I really do. I wish the best for her family. I feel bad for her husband, you know, because he married this hippopotamus. He has to roll over and look at this dumbass broad. But I can't even say she would do that because I don't think hippopotamus would do that. Like, I dislike her. I hate her. When I heard Queen Bosszilla say she hates Latonya, I understand because I hate hippopotamus. I hate her. I always say, and I could be wrong, when you wish hate on someone, you wish death upon them, fuck it. I guess we wish death upon Latonya Jones and Sheba. Hippopotamus. Fuck it. They like to talk about kids. So since you like to talk about kids, if you choke on poison, you get a meat disease, oh well. Fuck it. 2 less pieces of shit off the earth. I'll be, what? Listen, if Latonya Jones and hippopotamus died, listen, that's a party for me. That's a party for me. That's a party. Probably a party for all of us. Make sure you guys check out Auntie Miracle tonight. I bet definitely be tuning in. I really feel that Auntie Miracle breaks down Latonya better than the way she does it is beautiful. It's art. When you break somebody down like a piece of shit like Latonya Jones, I love it because they deserve it. You should be a disgrace as a mother, Latonya. You should be disgraced as a parent. You don't call yourself a parent anymore because when you wish death upon a kid, you don't. You don't. When you put false claims on someone, you don't even deserve it. That's why it's going to be hard, right, for women, awesome queens, to be heard because of people like you, Latonya, put false claims on them. It's going to come a period of time, right, that pieces of shit, right, like you, and pieces of shit that hurt kids and hurt women and hurt boys, right, to slap them on the fucking wrist when they deserve to be in the toilet. Puerto Rico, they chop you up and put you in the toilet. In the islands, they chop you up and put you in the toilet. Yeah, that's how they get rid of you. Latonya, you you have gone too far, but you don't care because you know what? You're Latonya Jones. You're the Oprah Winfrey of YouTube. You're the same one that Jennifer Lopez was in your podcast. Okay, you're the same one that everybody in the world has heard Latonya Jones, has heard your podcast. Okay, you're the only one in the world. Okay, Latonya, just you give, you go to SSI, or you have your parents go to the SSI, right, and do the right thing instead of going into your bank account, you lazy fat. Do the right thing. This is what you do. You get the money into your mother's account, right? So she could prepare your son for a future, because he's not going to have a future as long as that money's going into your bank account, because you don't give a fuck. Have you even thought about what's going to happen when your mother and your awesome mother and your awesome father dies? You even thought about that? Yes, you have. You know, that's what you're thinking. Lazy, fat, bitch. You'd rather sit home, collect your son's money, than take your fat bitch and go get a job. This is what you do. You get the money transferred, right? You go to your landlord or your Section 8, salute to you, Section 8. Should be stacking up money, but you shut that down, right? You go to Walmart, you buy yourself a tent, right? Get all the money you have out your piggy bank, your house, your bank accounts, all of that. Right? You lock everything up. You sell it all, right? You buy your tent, right? You find out where Nature Boy is at, right? And you go fucking marry him. That's what you do. That's just leave. That's what we would like for you to do. Just leave. Be gone. Off of the go be Nature Boy's wife. Or ever wanted. For someone that says, I will suck Nature Boy's banana better than his wife, his ex-wife. I forgot her name. Oh my gosh, I forgot my own. You know what I'm talking about. You deserve to be with him. Any woman that would, after we found out what, but no, you rather waste our air. You're wasting up our food because you're eating our food. You shouldn't be here on earth. You know that, right? You're wasting our food. You're wasting our time with your little minions, your little ninjas. I just want you to just disappear. What I really want, I don't want. It's probably not gonna happen, but you know, that's life. Yeah, Latonya. I think you might be the most disrespectful bitch I've ever met. To wish harm, because wish harm to awesome kings. To wish harm to awesome princesses. Are getting raised by an awesome mother, like Balsilla. That's getting raised by an awesome grandmother, like Balsilla's mom. Awesome princesses is going to be awesome queens. That could be our next president of the United States of America. I think you're jealous of Balsilla's daughter. Is it because you didn't get a daughter? Hmm? You always wanted a daughter, you didn't want a son. So your way of doing things is wishing death upon that little girl. You're Latanya. I feel like everyone you have attacked is doing better than you, and you're upset. And you could do the same thing everyone else is doing. You know how you do it? Okay. You take your ass down to Planet Fitness, right? You build up some stamina, right? So anyway, up some stamina. You get yourself a career. You're upset at Bossilla because she looks better than you. You're upset at her daughter because she looks better than you. And you don't have a daughter. King Lordship, you want my honest opinion? I don't think you're jealous. I think you're in love with him. I really do. King Lordship, don't take this the wrong way. I really think Latonya likes you. And the only way she could confess her love to you is, I don't call it a confession, is trying to damage your character, because that's what she is doing. And you're upset that King Lordship wants nothing to do with an evil person like you. Auntie Miracle. There's a lot for you to be jealous about. There's a lot. Too much for you to be jealous about. And you don't have to be jealous, Latonya. Savage Life, how you doing, King? You don't have to be jealous. You are so hateful that everyone is doing better than you, that you rather come up here and harm people. That's what you love getting off on that. Because you can't get off anything else but your dildo that you have. There are other kings you have attacked, and I can't think of their names. I have to see if you're in love with them, or why are you jealous of them that you have no reason to. You're jealous because everyone is doing better than you. And you're stuck home on the phone. If there's 24 hours in a day, you're probably talking to Sheba. You guys have them late night talks. I know. I would know. You're sitting around talking to Sheba, and your minions and your ninjas, and you're doing nothing with your life. You are 40 something years old. Have your son even been to Disney World? With you. Not with your mother and dad. We know they can afford it. With you. Have you brought him to Disney World? Have you brought him anywhere out of your state, at least? No. You could be doing, Latonya, you had an awesome platform and you ruined it. You ruined it. You had some awesome people that was backing you. You ruined it. You don't care. You think you're the Oprah Winfrey of YouTube. You think you're better than everyone. I think you think you're God's wife because we're the N-word, we're monkeys, we're, I forgot what else you said. I just don't want to add in anything. But I know you called us the N-word. So you're God's wife because I think you forgot what color you is, or you're a different color than all of us. I just don't know. I think so. I put in my mind, if we're the ends and we're horrible black Americans, Latonya's God's wife. She has no color. She's God's wife. Oh, I lost my train of thought looking at these apple freaking candies. Oh. Yes, you think you're God's wife. We're, 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 you're better than us. You're doing better than us. Fine. I want to go be so much worse than I am right now, Latanya. I think I'm being very light. I could be very worse right now and start calling you all types of things and start bringing up all types of stuff. But you know what? We're not going to do that. You know, you're the greatest mom in the world. You don't have your son sleeping on a blow up bed from Walmart while he's sleeping on a California King. No, Latanya Jones don't do that. California King and have him sleeping on the blow up bed while men's over there. You kick your son off the bed onto the blow up bed for a disgusting man to lay up next to you. I don't care he is. If you kick your son off the California King and put him on that Walmart blow up bed for a man, he's disgusting. Because for him to even allow that, desperate and disgusting. Perfect. Desperate and disgusting. Because he wants to sleep with you, you know. I feel everything you have gone through, all the hurt you have gone through in your life, I definitely do, Latanya. I really, really do. I wish you never had to go through that. But that still don't give you the right to wish death upon a kid, wish death upon Lordship and Auntie Miracle, and Bosszilla, and different awesome queens and kings out here. You're wishing death upon them because you are. When you say you want, you know what happens if a kid gets kidnapped. You know what the percentage of what can happen. For you to even think about something like that, need to be locked away, put in the electric chair, and fried to death. That's just my opinion. All I have to say before I go, clean up. It's 1 o'clock. Gotta go to my therapy. Yes, I go to therapy. Where you need to go. Um, I'm gonna make this very clear because I have brothers and sisters in North Carolina. You know, we got connections. You know, I go see my higher up, and they get the right numbers down to North Carolina. If anything happens to if Bozzilla texts me, calls me, and tells me anything happens to her or her kids, only time will tell what happens to you. I put my life on it. I put my kids' life on it. I promise you. I find out anything happens to Bosilla's killer time. Only time will tell what happens to you. Only time will tell. It's called a nation for a reason. And when you do wrong, the ones that have been there for my kids, that has given me awesome advice, been there when I needed someone to talk to. Once you try to hurt someone close to my heart or did hurt, things happen. I ain't nobody's Latanya. I'm just a king. I ain't nobody special. I'm just a king, that's all. I ain't nobody special. I'm just a regular person, regular human being. That's all. But when you hurt people close to me, things happen. Only time to tell, Latanya. Only time to tell. You know, you never know. You could be eating. You could be eating your little salads or something. You just die. You could be in the shower. You're thinking you're home by yourself, Latanya. You get a bunch of acid thrown on you. You never know. All of a sudden, your car shuts off. Things happen. Things happen. You never know, Latanya. Things happen. But I ain't nobody special. I'm just a kid. You live in North Carolina. I'm in Pekin. Things happen. Latanya, your time will come. Your time will come. And we're gonna be all cherry. I would. I'm gonna be drinking my smoking my ganja, sitting back watching Auntie Miracle because we know when something happens to you, it's gonna be all. Shout out to Queen Diet. Queen Diet about to put it on her. I'm about to put it on my channel. I'm gonna make sure it's all over, everywhere. Tanya Jones get doused down with acid. Great headline. I love it. Latanya Jones gets poisoned. It's got a good ring to it. I like that for Sheba too. Queens and Kings, on my way to therapy. It's time for me to go. Y'all have an awesome, blessed day.